Hi, I'm Fletcher Brown, another artist, video blog, KIX96Country.com. Joining us today all the way from Nashville, Tennessee by way of Michigan, please welcome fellow Michiganian, Tommy Steele. Tommy, welcome to KIX Country.
Hey man, thanks for having me.
All right, so now you've been playing music, you've been playing for a while now.
Yeah, as far as I can remember.
Yeah, growing up in Michigan. What part of Michigan, by the way?
Well, I was born and raised in Pontiac, and I reside right now in Holly. I actually just moved back to Michigan, was it 2.5, 3 years ago.
Well, growing up there, surely you had some other influence other than music, or was music was music part of your life from the beginning? Because I mean, folks. I'm from Michigan. My mother, she worked for Ford Automotive for years and years and years. Sure. So I mean, what was the other possible track that you could have taken?
Well, my dad, he retired from General Motors, so he worked on the line. And it's funny, I tell this story all the time and people don't believe me, so I posted it on Facebook. I have this picture of my mom pregnant with me singing with a band on the stage. And so it's been in my family and in my blood for as long as I can remember, and I've always done something. I've always sang along at all the family parties and picked up the guitar. My whole family can play instruments, and one of the things, I've never had any lessons on anything. Well, I shouldn't say never. I might have had one or two, but said, who needs that, right? But, I started, got into a few bands, and next thing you know, I'm playing 7 nights a week, week after week after week, and kind of torched my candle on both ends, working day jobs and doing that. And I finally, I hit the road in 2007, and started playing clubs and everything from, East Coast to West Coast. Wound up in Nashville. Started writing with a bunch of guys over at Savannah Music Publishing. Dave Gibson.
I was going to say, you're working with Dave Gibson, Gibson Miller Band.
Gibson Miller Band.
We know Dave. Dave's been here.
Dave's got a lot of great cuts. He's a great songwriter. And another friend of mine, Jack Williams, who actually introduced us, is one of the writers on staff over there. And we've been writing, and things kind of came up to this new single that My Side of the Street, which kind of led us into. I was introduced to a guy named Bob Saporiti, who was the former general manager of Warner Brothers. And we actually became friends before I even knew his background. I didn't really know who he was or how it came about, but we met and kind of hit it off, and the next thing he goes, "Hey, you know what I used to do in a former life?" And I go, "What?" And he goes, "I was a general manager for Warner Brothers. I was responsible for Faith Hill," and just listed all these names, and I was just going, wow.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Okay.
You did that a lot in Nashville. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So, I went out on the road, and I made a CD prior to that, and I had a few singles that did pretty good, and helped us out get to where we're at today. And with this new one, My Side of the Street, we just released, and it's doing really good for us. So brought us here. All
right, well, let's talk about the single, My Side of the Street. The album, is it completed, or is this just the first single?
That's the first single off the album. We're currently, right now, finishing the album.
And Dave Gibson's producing, right?
Dave Gibson is producing.
All right, so now, have you written, this is your song, you wrote this song?
Actually, that was written by my good friend who introduced me to Dave at Savannah Music, Jack Williams and Trevor Meadows. They both wrote that song. And
well, I know that you write. How much of the album is you, and how much is other songwriters?
Well, we mixed it up pretty good. We got about 50-50 going on. 50% of it I wanted to leave open for other artists, other great songs, just to have that flexibility. Yeah. But I kind of put my foot down and said, look, I'm going to put 50% of my own stuff, because a lot of times, you don't get the opportunity to do your own stuff, or they don't give you the opportunity to play guitar. Well, now that things have kind of come full circle, they've seen me and my band live, and they're like, "Oh, you can play guitar?" The next thing things kind of turn around, and and
like,
so
no, I just carry it around.
Yeah,
it's a necklace more than a brooch.
It's my bling.
So. Pontiac.
Yeah, but it's been pretty fun, been very interesting, and a great experience, and I've just had a blast with it.
Okay, well, tell you what, I'm going to move out of the way and let you play My Side of the Street. Then we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more with Tommy Steele right here on KIX96Country.com.
should have gone home. I should have known better than to come around here. It cuts me to the bone, knowing that I've fallen and you don't even care. I should have run from this moment while I still had the chance. Better to find out early than to keep on hoping things are gonna change. I wish you'd come a little closer. I'd give you everything you need, but I know now you ain't coming over to my side of the street. To my side of the street. I should have passed you by. I wish I would have wound up walking down some other road. Can't say I'd never try. If you ever change your mind, pick up the phone and call. Ooh, I wish you'd come a little closer. Ooh, I'd give you everything you need, but I know now you ain't coming over. You ain't coming over to my side of the street. To my side of the street. Ooh, I wish you'd come a little closer to finding what you need in me, but I know now you ain't coming over. You ain't coming over to my side of the street. To my side of the street. To my side of the street. To my side of the street.
And that was Tommy Steele, My Side of the Street. Tommy, it was a great song.
Thanks, man.
I think I heard a little Bob Seger in there. I'm not sure.
Lots of influences.
Yeah, man, Bob's, like Allman Brothers, you name his influence,
yeah.
all the way to Springsteen, which, really, really, really great stuff. Great, Heart of America kind of music, and of course, and then you blended that with country, and you come up with a sound that is uniquely for you. And
thanks,
with
man.
Dave Gibson helping you out, I don't know how you can go wrong.
The songsmith of Nashville, I'll tell you, man.
Yeah,
Great
really.
guy.
Dave Gibson, formerly Gibson Miller Band with hits with Montgomery Gentry guys like Lonely and Gone was his, and so many others.
Alabama, Jukebox on My Mind.
Jukebox on My Mind.
Man.
So it's like
So
you're in great company. You're working with these great people. You've actually had some opportunities to open for bands like Big and Rich and Gretchen Wilson. And
yeah.
so many others.
Geez, yeah. There's been so many along the way. Little Big Town. We played a couple shows with. It's just been a really great experience. Blackberry Smoke was another one. I mean, so the genre spectrum, the shows we get to play with the different types of country music has just been phenomenal.
Well, if folks here on KIX96Country.com, if they've seen you, they've heard you, they've been impressed by what they've heard, and they want to hear more, see more, they can find you online at TommySteeleBand.com?
TommySteeleBand.com with an E on the end. Tommy Steele, Steele, band.com.
And what about Facebook, Twitter, and that?
Same thing. Tommy Steele Band or Tommy Steele on the Facebook, Twitter. It's one of the two. But you should be able to see the live pictures of us performing and things like that to find us out. But
and
yeah,
music available iTunes or
iTunes, Amazon.com. Go to either one. If you go to the website, it can direct you wherever you need to go to purchase the tunes or check out all the videos. I mean, we got some really fun videos.
Well, you said you had albums out before, prior to this project.
Correct.
So are those available on your website?
Yes, they are.
Go back and hear early Tommy Steele.
Yes, they are. You can go back and check it out. Everything that's got us up to this point today.
Okay. Well, Tommy Steele, and go to TommySteeleBand.com. That's his website. And we appreciate you coming all the way down from Michigan.
Thanks, man. Love it.
Go Tigers.
Love the weather.
I bet
go Tigers, man.
I bet you love the weather. Fellow Michiganian, I say that because I myself am from Michigan. It's like Tommy Steele. And I will catch you next time. Another artist video blog right here on KIX96Country.com.